Hey kids, Princess, how you doing? I've tried like 4 times to record something today and none of them worked. They were all too long, and I wanted to say sorry. I know it's been getting so boring and so long and so lame, and I totally apologize. The mental health thing is big drag, but you know, insanity is an important topic for today, kids. For example, look at our government. Bunch of insane people. We got the Tea Party ruining everything. They're shutting down the government because they don't want Obamacare to pass. Obamacare being the Affordable Care Act, where everybody can get insurance if you can afford it. Your premium is going to be much less. We got a control over the insurance industry and the rate of inflation on insurance and healthcare in general. But that needs to be stopped, obviously. So the government's been shut down and the Tea Party is here to save us all from ourselves. But, little secret, Princess is a political scientist. And I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it interesting. I noticed some of these things have been kind of getting a little boring, but I gotta tell you, I need to talk a little bit about politics right now. What's interesting about the Tea Party and the fact that they're holding everything hostage is that if you look at history, the original Tea Party were a bunch of terrorists. They were actually hired and or consisted of, including John Hancock, who hired them. They were all Masons. Well, the merchants that did the hiring. They hired a bunch of ruffians to dress up as Native Americans to attack a government ship and throw over government property, to destroy government property. So we gotta get the same thing going on here, don't we? We got corporate entities dressing up as regular Americans, NASCAR Americans, getting themselves elected into the House of Representatives, therefore attacking and mounting the ship of state, and then throwing over all the precious cargo, whether it be trying to throw over the Obamacare Act, or blocking legislation for jobs, or blocking legislation for everything, basically. Everything besides voting against Obamacare. They haven't passed anything. They haven't passed even simple funding measures of our basic government. That's what's going on now, a continuing resolution to allow the government to continue to fund itself at the rates of what, 2-3 years ago when they did a continuing resolution, because they haven't been able to make a new budget because they don't acquire any more money to pay for the things that we're supposed to pay for. Well, the whole thing's a neoconservative ploy to starve the beast and kill our government. But the important point of tonight's blog is, I want to try to keep it short, is that you need to know that today's Tea Party is just like the Tea Party of old. They are terrorists. They are using force. They are using disguise, and they're using fear to try to drum up the population against government measures that affect them, not the people. Now, the taxation that occurred in the Tea Party was against the merchants for an import fee for the merchants on the tea. Now, they may have had to pass that on to their customers, but it's not required. The king wasn't charging the customers, he was charging the merchants on import. So the merchants threw all the tea overboard and got us into a war for revolution, and thank God for our independence, but all because the merchants didn't want to pay any more taxes. So again, here we're on the cusp of the same time the government went down, we got the Affordable Care Act, and these fuckers destroy the government. So I just need to say that the Tea Party are terrorists. Let's just call it what it is. They're taking hostage. They're destroying government property. They're destroying the republic in a way on purpose, and they're just shills for corporate America, for merchants that don't want to be taxed. So we need to wake up, kids, and understand that. Besides that, listen, I'm so sorry it's been so boring and so kind of like mental health, but you know, I guess I needed it. I hope it's been somewhat interesting. I'm going to try to figure out how to like keep it interesting and informative at the same time, and try to keep it jazzy so that I don't lose your interest and short. So there's 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That's probably enough. Thanks for listening. I love you. Sorry, it's you know, this is a process where Princess, you know, trying to figure out how to get my point across, or whatever my point is, without losing your attention. So thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Fuck the Tea Party. Hi.